Hi folks, Mrs. Chenoweth. So if you are using a digital photograph as a visual reference for your portrait and you want to divide it and use that grid system, there's a couple really simple tools that I'm going to show you how to work that you can use. All right. So the first tool really is this full screen snip. So if you click on full screen snip, it's the little pen with a line, curving line through it. If you click on that, it creates a screen grab like this. The first thing I'm going to do is just crop it so I don't have everything in the image, but I'm just going to kind of do that first. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is just crop it. So I'm just working with, whoops, so I'm just working with the image and not everything else that you're seeing there in the screen. Okay. All right, so once I have that, I'm going to hit enter, and that okays that. The next thing I want to do is divide it in quarters. You can divide it in more than quarters, but we're going to use the ruler for this. All right, so I'm using the ruler, and I'm going to use it also to kind of measure. And you can see this ruler, it has tick marks on it, but it doesn't have any numbers. So I'm just going to use this and count over. So this image is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and a half. All right, so half of 9 and a half is 4 and 3/4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and 3/4 is about there. So I'm going to use my red pen, and you can see here I've got a little red mark started. So I'm going to use that, and then I need to take the ruler, and I need to use my 2 fingers, or you can use the scroll on your mouse. If you have a scrolling mouse, you can do that. But I'm just going to turn it this way to 90, I think it's 95 degrees, right? No, 90 degrees. There we go. One more. All right, so that should be straight. So 90 degrees is straight up and down. So now I need to measure like how big this photograph is from the top to the bottom. So I'm just going to start at one of these tick marks right here. There we go. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and about a half. All right, so it's about 11 and a half. So half of 11 and a half is 5 3/4. Yeah, 5 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 3/4. So it's about here. So this is interesting. All right, so I'm going to scooch this one over. Maybe I should make this one in blue just to make it less confusing. So we'll make it blue. All right, so that's the mark right there. No, blue doesn't show up. I'm going to make it orange so I can actually see it. There we go. All right, so that's the other mark. So this mark, I'm going to scoochie over, get my ruler lined up. It's kind of funny. I think I found the center of my image without even using the ruler. All right, so then I'm going to take this red, sorry, make this red again, just because red's going to show up pretty bright on something that's blue. So I'm just going to draw my ruler, so I divided it in half that way. I'm going to turn my ruler back to 0 again, line it up with that, whoops, that new mark that I just did there. Scoochy, there we go, that little orange mark. And then I'm going to draw that line this way. All right, so now I have my image divided into quarters. And the nice thing about dividing your image is that now I have 4 small drawings instead of trying to lay out all of this all in one place. So anyway, that's how you can divide your image into quarters. And if you feel like you need to break it down into even smaller drawings, you can take your ruler, divide that in half, divide this in half, and divide this again that way. All right. So basically, the grid system is just a way to make a bunch of smaller drawings when you're trying to lay out and get proportions and scale and placement accurate. All right, guys, hopefully this was helpful and good luck.